morning. It's Good morning, country. Monday morning, December 13th.
Good morning, country. Okay,
Casting from
maybe not.
Barrington on
The ogres. I was thinking,
Change your travel dates with office meetings.
yeah, when
no, everyone's paying the news. I was thinking that was a festive little Christmas song, and it was a country hour. Oh, Mondays come around way too fast. I thought I'd go live. I've been a bit AWOL from the YouTubes, and I do like my little drive therapy chats with everyone in the morning. It's nice to have some company on the drive in. Oh, I haven't worn a necklace today. I feel naked. I don't really. You know how you do feel naked without something? Like people who wear watches, they always say if they forget their watch, they feel naked. People leave their phone at home, they feel naked. Hello, Stop Animal Cruelty. How are you, beautiful? I've not seen you for ages. What's news with you, gorgeous? What's news with you? I don't actually have any therapy requirements. I'm happy to give you guys the platform if you have anything that ails thee, no matter how minor. Oh, I should have cleaned my glasses. Sunny says hello. Stop animal cruelty. Oh, babes, all right. We can chat away from the chat. Sorry to hear that, darling girl. You know, if you hang out in chat, lots of lovely people will come in and you'll all be wrapped up in lots of love. And that's what I love about this community. We're all about looking out for each other with real life stuff, you know. The YouTube stuff can just roll along and do its thing. It's a fucking nightmare. We all know that. But in terms of us all just looking out for each other, this is the place. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. That's hard. That's really hard. I've had a couple of deaths in the last couple of weeks, and both of them were just ridiculously sad. And you just instantly think about the family and friends. I mean, whether people celebrate Christmas or not, it's in your fucking face, and it's hard if you're dealing with sick parents, sick children, sick friends. Hello, the marbles has arrived. I'm here with my traces of nuts too. Much love to you though, Stop Animal Cruelty. It's difficult. We've just had my dad's birthday and then my mum's birthday. They're both really close to Christmas, and you know, I've got friends that are sort of marking their first Christmases without their parents or without a sibling. It's always, I think it's just, you know, it's too overhyped. I think if people want to celebrate stuff, go for it, go for broke, go nuts. But the commercialism of it all, it impacts people. My job at the moment is very, very stressful, but manageable. There's a lot of pressure, but we deal with a lot of people who are going through a lot and, you know, are often, I'm trying to use the right words so I don't breach YouTube's terms of service, but put it this way, the majority of the people I speak to at the moment are incredibly vulnerable and fragile, and it's rewarding to be able to help them and hopefully empower them again, and even if they need us. There's that bloody recliner. It's still on the side of the road. There's a bike with it now. Well, thank you, AJ. Good to see you, Gregor. Yeah, so they're already going through nightmarish times, but just this time of year just adds an additional sadness. Like I even feel I'm really cautious now about even saying, I hope you have a nice break over the festive season, which is sort of the way I kind of was wording it to not, I don't sort of say Merry Christmas to people anymore because you don't know what their religion is, if they believe it or not. So I just kind of call it Festivus or the Festivus amongst friends, festive season. But even the festive season, it's not festive for people, for everyone. I'm so sorry to hear that, Stop Animal Cruelty. Much love to you, darling girl. It's difficult. It's really difficult. Everyone's got a story, and yeah, Festivus for the rest of us, exactly. But even that, it's still got the festive word. It's really hard. Like, I've never really been overly cautious about words that I choose and use. But, I speak to a client and I offer to email them some information and I'm signing off and I want to say to them, I hope you have a nice little break over the festive season. So now I'm just saying, I hope you get to enjoy some warm weather over summer, or I hope you get a little restful break over summer. Like, I'm not even mentioning Christmas. Hey, Anya. Hey, Ruth. There'll be lots of love for you in chat. Stop Animal Cruelty. Don't forget, guys, while I'm on the road, I can't read small print. I don't feel like you're yelling at me because I'm asking you to write in capitals, but also time your comments if you want me to see them for when I'm in slow-moving traffic. This is a little disclaimer I do every time I do a drive. I can only really read chat when we're crawling in traffic, which is not that far away. But I had another person saying that they mentioned something in my chat and I didn't acknowledge it, and I was like, I'm really sorry. What was going on? Oh, it was the drive you did. Now, I do often say I'm going to go back and read chat, but the reality is I'm crazy busy right now, and the last thing I feel like doing is sitting at a computer screen at the end of the day after I've been sitting at a computer screen all day. Sorry if that sounds harsh, but I really do not have time to go back and put my lights on and read all the chat. People can always write their comment again if I've missed it, if it's really important. You can always leave a comment under my video after it's finished, because I can always get to that. I always check and respond to comments under my videos. But when I'm doing 100 kilometres an hour on a highway, I'm not reading chat. My phone is a long way away from my face. One of the reasons I go live in the mornings is because I'm in peak hour traffic and I do get a chance to read some comments. But you guys are pretty good, but occasionally I get someone who is pissed off with me because I didn't respond. And it's like, I don't know, I'd kind of be watching what's going on the screen and thinking, she's probably not reading chat right about now, especially when I'm saying I'm not reading chat right about now. I don't like upsetting people when I've done something, that they've been upset by it, offended by it, or if I've said something they've taken it the wrong way, or instead of asking for clarification that go off their head at me. I don't like it when that happens. But when I get berated for stuff that's actually beyond my control, hey Priscilla, no, we're on our way to work. It's Monday morning. The beach is behind us. Although we did go past quite a few beaches on the road to town, but I'm off to work. This is a good work week for me. I work today, and then I don't work again till Friday. And Fridays are building Christmas lunch, because there's quite a few organisations in our building, and we're all sort of interconnected in a way. So we're having this big giant lunch with everybody, and it's at the best Italian restaurant in Hobart, in my opinion. So I've only got to work like Friday morning and then go and eat a lot of amazing food. And that's my week. I'm really only working a day and a half. Woo! And I've got 3 days off in the middle. Even better, because this is my 2-day week. So I'm kind of happy about it. As far as a working week goes, this is one of the best. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you, AJ. It's kind of interesting. I wonder if you guys are kind of keeping an eye on all the roadworks that are happening, because soon, when the bypass is open, we'll be going on completely new roads, and you'll all be like, wow, a change of scenery. Are you guys sort of watching the roadworks evolving with these trips? That's the riveting content on my channel, roadwork spotting. I am in the future. Although New Zealand's more in the future than Australia. I can't remember what the time difference is, but I reckon it's heading into lunchtime in New Zealand on Monday. Yes, AJ, Midway Point is where the two new now I've lost bypasses are going in. I was going diversions. I mean, they sort of are diversions, but bypasses. So if you're heading up the east coast of Tassie, there'll be one to the left, which means you can bypass Sorell. Although most people will go through Sorell, I reckon, when they're going up the east coast for like a toilet stop, grab some food from the bakery, that kind of stuff. There's 2 supermarkets, so they often stop there to get their supplies. Same if they're going down the peninsula. And then the second bypass is for people down my way and people on the peninsula. And again, it's going to cut out this part of the trip going through Sorell. I told you, my content's riveting. We're talking about roadworks. People complain about roadworks, but I love it. I love it. Actually, if you look straight ahead, there's a fair bit of activity happening in there too. I think that's kind of all part of the school development. So we've got building going on just there. Look, there's progress happening in my sleepy towns. But yeah, people complain about roadworks, and it's like these days there's so many ways of getting information about roadworks. I mean, radio stations broadcast them. There's apps you can get, and you get little notifications. You actually get notifications that say, go, 15 minutes earlier than usual. You lived in Acton for a while, taught at Cambridge Primary School. Clarence High and Rosny College. Hey, cool. Well, we're going past Acton, as you would know. Although it's Acton Park now. Like it has to be called Acton Park. Growing up, it was Acton. We had friends that had a house. We had a couple of family friends that lived in Acton. But now if you say Acton, they go, you mean Acton Park? It's like, well, it's Acton, isn't it? Still the same place. Hey, Anya. Thoughts and prayers. Oh, God, it's so annoying when something horrible happens and thoughts and prayers. I don't know if you guys are into Anthony Jeselnik, but you should watch his comedy show, Thoughts and Prayers. I'm 100% with him on his views on that. Rosny, my niece and nephew both went to. Actually, did Jock go to Rosny or just Mem? I know a few Cambridge primary kidlets too. And did you say Clarence? It's off the screen now. Have we met, AJ? Do we know each other? You reckon it's posh with Park? See, I think Acton is posh. So English and beautiful countryside, white picket fences and horses frolicking. But yeah, one of my dad's best friends, she had a beautiful property in Acton. We spent a lot of time in Acton as kids. Shemolith. AJ, have we met? You'd certainly know about my family if we haven't actually met, though. You'd definitely know about my family. Are you still in Tassie, AJ, or have you fled the island? Not asking you to, reveal any pertinent information, but I'm curious. Did you listen to me when I was on the radios? We may have met. We may have. I live in Queensland now, but love seeing your drives around my old stomping grounds. That'd be kind of cool. I need to find people who go live driving around Sydney, Melbourne, South Australia, Vietnam, Mongolia, the US, all the places I've lived. I wish there were YouTubers from Mongolia. There's a lot of Mongolian info on YouTube, but I loved Mongolia. Of course, I know your friend Daryl Peebles. I know him very well. I just did a debate with him like a month ago. Now we're doing what, when people say everyone in Tasmania knows each other, we're proving this. It's so random that the first person you say is like, yep, I know Pete. Done a lot of pantomimes with him, comedy, stand-up comedy. In fact, the first Hobart Comedy Festival that I performed at was when I met Daryl, and I reckon that was 1999. But yeah, we only just did a debate together. We're on the same team. Our team won. He emceed your wedding. Well, there you go. Oh, I'll have to check it out, Priscilla. Love a bit of redwood tree action. Oh, so you did a bit of stage stuff too. Interesting. Were you a child actor? Were you in Tassie as a kid doing theatre? Did you do apprentice theatre? Just see, because I left. No, this is good spam. This is great spam. No, don't be quiet. I love it. I mean, if I sent him a message, I'd be like, hey, we know someone. We've got a friend in common. And he'd be like, what's her name? I'd be like, it's AJ about justice. And he'll be like, what the fuck? Who? Huh? You worked on TV in WA as a presenter. Aha. So we've both got media backgrounds too. Interesting. So what year did you leave Tassie? When did you bail from Taswegia? Because I finished school in the mid-'80s and I flew, spread my wings and flew, and I went to the US and lived there as an exchange student, travelled around the States. But I actually left Tassie in 1987 to go to uni in Adelaide because my dad was still a federal politician, and I loved being overseas and out of the public spotlight for the first time in my life. And I wasn't like a bad rebellious kid, but I was cheeky fun sort of, and having like sort of being in the public eye, you kind of have to temper your behaviour a lot. That's so cool. Yeah, do message him. We've done so many comedy festivals and shows together, lots of bawdy pantos. You left in 2015. Okay, so yeah, I moved back here after living in numerous mainland cities and also Vietnam. I ended up, I moved to Vietnam after I moved back to Tassie, but I moved back here in 2003 to do breakfast radio. I was living in Sydney doing voiceover work and trying to get a radio job, and I got one in Hobart. I came back from my best friend's wedding, and a few conversations at that wedding led to me being offered a job in Brekkie Radio here, which was awesome. So I got to move back in my 30s. I didn't think I'd come back to Tassie till I retired. Yeah, John X is still doing them. Funny enough, it's his wedding anniversary today. It's their 12th wedding. Oh, no, it might have been yesterday. Because Cassie said the 12th of the 12th. And it's their 12th wedding anniversary. I went to their engagement party. I didn't make the cut for their wedding, but that's fair enough. They know a lot of people. Sydney radio is a tough jam. It was interesting, though, when I was doing comedy there, it was only me and Kitty Flanagan, really, in terms of female comics. She's gone on to be a megastar in the comedy world. Don't feel bad for the rest of the chat. This is the way it rolls. If people look, if I'm listening to something on YouTube and it doesn't interest me, I just go and find something else to watch. I think this is cool. It's cracking me up because, it would be cracking you up too, I'm sure. Like everyone thinks everybody knows everyone in Tassie. The two people you've mentioned are both really good friends of mine in the comedy world. Like I've done heaps of stuff with them both. John X and I have known each other longer than I've known Daryl. John and I knew each other before I left Tassie to go off on my big adventures. Oh, yeah, the lawyer show. Oh, my God, I was going to say Felch. Fisk. Is it Fisk? Fisk? Is that right? You're talking about the one where she's the daughter of the Supreme Court judge and she's got to be the worst lawyer ever. Wears the brown flary pantsuits. Do you know who else I know who was in Oklahoma? If it was the same production, Andrew Coleraine. Was that the same Oklahoma? I'm pretty sure my sister and I saw it at the Theatre Royal. I can't remember when it was. I reckon my nephew was really young because he got sick and had to go home. Yeah, Fisk. It is hilarious. There you go, everyone. You need to try and watch this TV show, Australian show called Fisk. It's funny as someone told me to watch it being a lawyer. They said, oh, you'll love it. And it cracked me up because at the time I was watching it, I just started working in a law firm and a lot of it was reminding me of that. Yeah, well, I've seen you on stage, AJ. There you go. I don't know who you were in it or I can't remember you. Sorry. I mean, I don't know your name, but but yeah, I've done a lot of stuff with Andrew too. In fact, I met Andrew at the same comedy festival that I met Daryl at. And I'm trying to think, I reckon it was 99 or might have been 2000. And then Andrew has his little singing buddy, Colin Dean, really good mates with them. They came to Vietnam and we caught up. 2003. Yeah, I reckon it would have been because I remember my sister had to leave halfway through it because she got a message that her son was really unwell and he was only a little tacker. And she was, nervous and not sure that her husband was coping. So she left. So there you go. I've seen you on stage. AJ. Now I'm wondering if you've ever seen me on stage. But if you went to pantos and any comedy shows, you probably would have seen me flouncing around. I must admit, as far as the pantos go, I love them way, 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 way back when we first started doing them at the Playhouse, not at the Theatre Royal. Very small world. So we've got 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon. What about the rest of chat? Do any of you gorillas know each other or have friends in common? Look at us. We're openly chatting about shit. The word doxing gets so used incorrectly on YouTube. But for people to be doxing, there has to be malicious intent. But me saying where I live or leaving my driveway, I mean, that's my choice. If somebody actually made the effort to fly to Tassie and come to my house from YouTube, I'd be like, g'day. Do you want a beer or a gin and tonic out on the deck? Yeah, Celeste Barber, she's come a long way. I really loved comedy. I kind of made some life decisions that took my career away from it, and YouTube sort of became my new comedy platform in a way because, especially with COVID, like comedy festivals and clubs and everything weren't open. So I was like, oh, well, I'll just go on YouTube and be silly and do stuff on there. There is one video of me doing stand-up, but I gave my camera I went live on YouTube and I gave the camera to someone right down the front, and it's a really unflattering angle. Like he's pretty much filming straight up my top and my groin region. Hey, Melissa Jade. We're playing 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon, kind of. Oh, thanks, Moody. I think Aussies are funny too. We don't take ourselves really seriously, and we do take the piss out of ourselves and our friends a lot. very self-deprecating, which isn't always healthy. But I'm extremely self-deprecating. That's why a lot of what goes on YouTube, I'm just like, wow, really? And there's a few Aussies in the spotlight at the moment. It's unfortunate because they're not in the spotlight for being hilarious. They're almost sort of in the spotlight for being almost American in their behaviour. Sorry, Americans, but you know what I mean? Like, I love English humour. I love Canadian humour. Canadians, English, Canadian, Australian, all very similar. Scottish and Irish humour, great as well. Welsh, great. Very sarcastic. Which flies over people's heads a lot on YouTube. In fact, I didn't do much YouTubing on the weekend, but I was making dinner. I'm not sure what night it was. And I just chuck YouTube on and listen to it while I'm cooking dinner and cleaning the kitchen and that sort of stuff. And I was listening to it live because I was kind of interested to hear what was going on because it was about people that I'm aware of. And then, you know, when you're in chat, but you're not chatting, but then someone mentions your name and they do the little @ sign and there's a little orange box in chat. And I was like, fuck, someone's mentioned my name. So I scrolled up in chat because I was like, why am I being talked about? And there was a comment about me that could have got me into all kinds of shit because it was essentially implying that I was the person that they were talking about or that I'd gone on to, according to the comment, I'd been in chat in Makeup Mobsters, which is really weird because I used to listen to her a long time ago. And this person said, Traces of Nuts was in Makeup Mobsters chat saying she was news tubers one day. And I was like, you've just basically said a mountain of shite. Sorry, my sarcasm flew over your head. Because at one point, when everyone was trying to work out who news tubers was, there was I didn't know, but people thought it might have been me. And I actually went up on NewsTubers panel and people in the chat were saying, oh, okay, so it's not Tori. So they'd obviously thought it might have been me. But I'm sitting up on her panel chatting with her. So it's clearly not me, right? Hi, Marianne Burke. I mean, I even did a live about it and proved that it couldn't be me. And it was very sarcastic, very tongue-in-cheek. Very sarcastic. But I was like, oh, my God, I'm about to be outed. This is this person that I'm not. And I've proven in the past I'm not. But just one comment, how easily you can suddenly be thrown under the bus. Now, I'm not saying that person was, I think I've interacted with that person around the YouTubes. I don't think it was vindictive or anything. But in the middle of speculating about someone who's in the spotlight on YouTube right now, to have my name thrown in the mix that it could be me? No, 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 no. Hey, everyone rolling in. I see the numbers are going up a bit. I can't read chat for a while. I'll be able to read a bit more when we get into Hobart Town. Teehee, hello. I can see your name. I can't read your comment, though. I can't read lowercase, but I also can't read anything while I'm moving. So yeah, I put a little comment and went, hey, this is how rumours start. I never told anyone that I was that person. In fact, I had to go on their panel to prove I wasn't that person. Sorry, my sarcasm went over your head, but they didn't reply. So, but yeah, YouTube, it's like stuff gets put out there and then you're like, whoa there, Nelly. Can we reel it back in? But there's a lot of drama happening as usual. Having the Christmas list been a joyful time again for everyone? Fuck me dead. Seriously, people, donate to your local charity. Call your local charity, see what they're doing. They might want food to put hampers together and they'll give you a list of the sort of non-perishable food that they would like. They might be doing a toy drive because there's a shortage of, I know one of the radio stations here, they always need toys for teenage boys or gifts for teenage boys, not necessarily toys. People donate lots of toys for little kids like teddy bears and dolls and shit like that. But the teenage boys, so like find out what they need, go and get it and drop it off at your local charity. The Christmas shit list last year was unbelievable and people were still talking about it in May this year. And we haven't even got to Christmas yet and there's fighting on all different channels that have been trying to do Christmas lists. There's a heap of them trying to do Christmas and it's just like, no. Your local charity, seriously. Because the way I look at it, the people that genuinely do need some help this Christmas, there's an opportunity for them to ask for help and they often end up being the ones that are vilified. And that's not fair. But there are opportunists who take advantage of it. Like last Christmas, people had their lists filled and then they put up another list. So other people that hadn't even had their first list addressed missed out. I'm not saying that everyone on there doesn't need help. I'm sure they do. But there's certainly a lot of people who take advantage of it. Wow, there's no way I can read whoever wrote that essay comment just said, I'm so sorry. No idea what that was. Really not able to read anything right now. I'm on the highway. So yeah, sorry, whatever that was, but somebody's chatty. There's a few groovers in chat. If you could just let everyone know that I don't read chat while I'm driving on highways, and all for chatting if people have got stuff they want to talk about, but this is the worst time to try to get my attention because you're not going to succeed. There's people on the road. I'm more concerned about their safety and mine right now than reading essays in chat. I'm sorry. I only read chat when we're in very, very slow or no moving traffic. Or when I get to the city, we're crawling along and sitting at traffic lights. Or when I'm in the car park. The rest of the time, you guys just get to hang out and appreciate the beautiful blue sky. It's going to be 25 degrees today, which is Celsius, which is a pretty lovely day here in Hobart Town. I've got a little sundress, no, it's a sundress. I've got like a work dress, but you know, like it's a summery one. And my little work sandals that have a cheeky little wedge heel, and I'm feeling summery, which is great considering 2 days ago it was freezing. Felt like it was snowing. In fact, I think somebody said it did, because that's how we roll here in Tassie in December, in summer. We get snow. Not always, but apparently we did. Oh, there's a lot of roadkill. It makes me sad. So we drive through a lot of areas where there's a lot of bush, which means a lot of critters not very good at crossing the road. So yeah, when I get my lunch today, I'm gonna go and sit in the sun. There's actually a little park near where I work, and there's the rivulet, and it's so lovely to just find a little sunny spot and just sit there on a hill and just give your eyes a break from the screen. And Mondays are always so busy, so busy. Mondays and Fridays, like crazy. Plus, everybody wants to get everything sorted out before Christmas, so they tend to leave things to the last minute, which puts us under so much pressure. I had a client on Friday afternoon and rang at 4 o'clock. She has a hearing today. And to give people advice about these, dude, it's 90, but clearly you're the exception to the rule. And I wish the cops would sit on these roads, and there goes another one. Ping these fuckers, it really pisses me off. Everyone else is tootling along doing the speed, and then there's always a couple of fuckers who think that the rules don't apply to them. Fine them. I'm getting like so bloody conservative as I get older. There's another one. It's like, what do they think? The rest of us want to do 60? No, we don't. But that's the speed limit at the moment. And so that's why we're all doing it. I've become the traffic police. But sometimes I do wish the cops would, just have a dude with a motorbike on the side of the road just clocking speeds, because this part every morning is the same. There's the majority of the people are doing the speed limit, and then there's like half a dozen fuckers that just fly through. And they shit me because I'm conservative on the road. Like, what is it with people? Why do they think they're the exception? Does me head in. Does me fucking head in. Unfucking believable. And then if they did get a speeding ticket, they're fucking bullshit, man. Fucking bullshit. Why should anyone be doing 50 k's an hour in the morning? It's fucked up. They're the same people that complain about being stuck in traffic without realising they are part of the traffic. Yes, Mount Wellington coming interview, and here we go over the bridge. I definitely don't reach out over the bridge, guys. No, 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 no. This bridge freaks so many people out because most 5-lane bridges around the world have like dividers or barricades or something separating the lanes. Not this bridge. It's crazy. And they switch the directions of one of the lanes. So in the morning, we've got 3 lanes going in, but later in the day, it's 3 lanes going out. But yeah, the people that for some reason like, why is everyone doing 60? I'm going to do 100 through here, are the same people that complain about being stuck in traffic. You are traffic. You're part of it. It's not like the entire world conspired to all be on the roads driving slowly when you need to get somewhere and we're all just doing it to annoy you. Like, you're part of the traffic. You're in it. Oh, I'm stuck in traffic. Yeah, well, because of you, other people are stuck too, you fucker. I did need drive therapy. So we're going over the Tasman Bridge. You guys should Google it. Have a look at what happened to it in the 70s. It got hit by a ship with a drunk captain at the helm, and the ship smashed into one of the pylons, and part of the bridge collapsed, and people drove off the bridge and dropped down into the Derwent River, which would have been horrific, and died. Quite a few people died. And then there were other cars that managed to brake but stopped, and part of the car is hanging over, about to drop down. Like, check out the photos and stuff. It was full on. I'll never forget waking up to that story on the front page of the paper. And it was not long after Cyclone Tracy in Darwin, which was just horrific. The damage was unbelievable. So then we had this massive cyclone. It was all around Christmas time. This is all in the 70s. And there were lots of charities and fundraisers and things happening. And the old telethon, remember them? To help out with Cyclone Tracy. And then we wake up to a photo of the bridge and it looks like its front tooth's fallen out. This massive gap. The boat sank, the ship sank, and I think all of the crew on board drowned. The Lake Illawarra, it's still under the bridge. It's still under the water. But this harbour is a very deep harbour. It's one of the deepest harbours in the world. So you can't, like, see the outline of the ship or anything like that. Like, it's a long way down. But, yeah, Google it. Google the Lake Illawarra, Tasman Bridge collapse. It's full on. And for quite a few years, like, they had to put another bridge further up the river and bring in a heap of ferries to get people from the eastern shore over to this side of the river to get to work and stuff. But, yeah, it was crazy. Crazy. One of my co-hosts when I did radio, he lived in Sorel, funnily enough, and would drive in early to do breakfast radio. And I can't remember the story. I can't remember if he'd already driven over it or he got word of it happening before he headed to work and had to go a different way. But he's got, like, severe PTSD because he should have been on the bridge at that time when the boat hit it, or the ship. And he used to get incredibly nervous, understandably, even driving over the bridge. Like, I always drove if we had to go over the bridge. And this was like, 20 years later. Yeah, people, I don't know who commented on that, but yeah, there are still people down there under the bridge. It's very sad. I was AJ who said it. Oh, AJ's doing a bit of a tour guide. Thanks, darling. And of course, we had Government House back there. Although, AJ, I tell everyone Government House is my city house. And I'm driving home. I'm like, I'm not staying in my city house tonight. I'm going to go down to the beach. God, we've talked about a few Tasmanian events that are memorable for all the wrong reasons. Because, of course, I went down to Eaglehawk Neck on Saturday and we were talking about Port Arthur. And now the Tasman Bridge collapse. Coming up on the right is TMAG, which is the Tasmanian Museum and Art Gallery. I love this building. I love sandstone. I love Tassie sandstone because it's really golden. In other parts of the world, sandstone can be quite pale or yellow even, but our sandstone, I think, is really, it's sort of that golden honey colour. I love it. Love it. And this sandstone building coming up on the right is the Royal Tennis Club, and it's beautiful. There's a really cute little church next door. I need to come in different ways in the morning, but I'm such a creature of habit. To show you some other buildings. The sun's totally on my screen right now. Have you talked about when the Qantas plane? No, I haven't. I don't think I was living here when that happened. But I've talked about the little plane that was submerged at 7 Mile Beach that you used to see flying in, and you'd be like, oh, they need to get that plane out of the water. It was only a light aircraft, but you're flying in over water to land on a runway that essentially ends on a beach. You don't really need to be seeing an underwater plane as you fly over. Bit ominous. Hey, Green Eyes. I've got to put my makeup on so I'll be able to chat when we are in the car park, Groovers. Finn Bugden's up bright and early and sending me stuff, probably for Batshit episode 4. Oh my God, Batshit episode 3 got blocked worldwide. I forgot about that. I haven't trimmed it. For those of you who are following our weekly Wednesday night show, Batshit, last week I played a clip from an American TV show called Botched, but it wasn't even from their website. It was from Twitter. And the fuckers blocked us worldwide. So I can't play it. I've got to trim out the botched bit. Oh no, someone's taken my park. It's all right, there's more parks, but still, I need one with natural light for my face. I need all the help I can get. Heading by to Tassie after Christmas to pick rest of husband's work tools up. Tassie's great over summer, as you probably know. I didn't realise you were an Aussie, Green Eyes. Or in Aussie, at least. I shouldn't assume you're an Australian just because you're coming to Tassie, but you know what I mean? It's not 25 degrees yet. I can tell you that right now. It's quite fresh. I do have to take my glasses off a bit when I'm doing my makeups. So if anyone has any pressing news or anything they'd like to discuss, now's your chance. Oh, you're in Brisbane? Vegas. Nice. There you go. Lots of Australians. God damn it. I didn't bring my headband to keep my hair off my face because I'm a bit slapdash. I'll use a face mask that I've got in my... That'll do. That'll work. Necessity is the mother of invention. Now I'm wearing a face mask on my head like a little hat. Hi, Anne-Marie. Hi to anyone else who's cruised on in. Oh, what was that massive essay? Hang on. Is it still available? Maybe it's gone. There was like this gigantic comment. Can anyone... Did someone delete it? Oh, it was a bot. Okay. Deleted. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for dealing with that. I get porn bots a lot now. I don't know why. Like, I didn't used to, and suddenly they've started appearing on a regular basis. And I'm like, you're not welcome here. Go away. Hopefully nobody clicks on links. Unless they're being posted by, one of the mods and it's Sunny's Instagram or one of my other channels or whatever. Hopefully you guys are all savvy enough to know not to click on suspicious looking links. Just to my foundation. Once I've got powder on, I can have another exquisite chat. Just can't do it right now or I'll get crap all over my glasses and, it's all just a bit much on a Monday morning. So has anyone got anything exciting happening tonight? If you're in parts of the world where it's nighttime still, or is anyone doing anything groovy on a Monday morning other than going to work? Mind you, I love my job and I love where I work, so going to work for me at the moment is a joy. It's rewarding. It is. There's a lot of pressure and there's a lot of emotional I dropped my little powder thingamy. What is it, the little dabber thing? What are they called? I actually need to use my brush now because the powder one's got foundation on it too, so it doesn't do a very good job. What are they called? The little sort of round, cottony, circly things. Do they have a name? Is it a makeup pad or what is it? I use mineral stuff, so I don't have like full coverage. I like to sort of look like I've got a bit of makeup on, but not like, stage makeup. Sometimes I don't even bother putting makeup on for work now. Like, if I'm not seeing clients face to face, I mean, I wear mascara and a bit of powder and a bit of lip gloss, but that's about it. Where's my hand sanitizer? Let me have a look at what's going on in the chats, if I've missed anything exciting. You have 2 YouTube lives running. The bead one just ended. Yeah, I think they're called round circly things too. All right, glasses back off because I'm doing my eyeshadows now. All neutral colours. I don't go nuts with eyeshadow. I watch some of those, not often, but I have watched. Like I used to watch Bailey Sarian doing her makeup while she was talking about true crime, and I must admit, like, I get why she's popular and why so many people watch her, and she's beautiful and she does incredible makeup. But it just the one that she did of Chris Watts, because I had to see how she did that one. She actually got a few things wrong, by the way, but anyway. But I don't know, it's weird watching someone putting on makeup while they're talking about blood and death and gore, and it's an odd combo. I was like, maybe I'll do cooking and crime. But yeah, I was fascinated to see what she did, but fuck, it takes forever. She puts on she's got so many different brushes and highlighting things, and it's insane. And then I think, fuck, is she just going out to buy a carton of milk? She spent like an hour talking about a really graphic crime, put on all this amazing makeup. Is she now just going to have to take it all off, or is she actually going out, or is she literally just going to the shop to buy some milk? But, she's clever in that she's tapped into I guess, a niche audience that are into makeup and crime. But yeah, it's a weird thing for me. I didn't really make sense. Compost making and crime does go together well. Cooking a stew while talking about Jeffrey. And of course, you could murder a few carrots and stuff, Maybe I'll do a crime and cooking series next year. I haven't done any cooking on YouTube for ages, but you want to know why? I still cook every day. But the amount of time it takes to set it all up and clean it all up, and because we're in summer, there's a lot of people that drop into my place because, as a lot of you know, I live at a really lovely beach. And I just don't like people coming to my house when I've got all these cameras and ring lights and shit all set up. I like my house to be all sort of open and airy and tidy, and the packing up and packing away, like you've got to add that time onto the time that you're actually live, and then the next day I'm like, oh, I want to cook this on YouTube, and then you've got to set it all up again. I need my own kitchen studio that I can literally just walk in, press live, go nuts, and then have somebody clean it up at the end. That's what I need. But that's not going to happen. And I've been going live from my little study nook. I don't even have my webcam or anything. I use a camera on my laptop, and I don't use a ring light. I just sit at my little desk in my little study nook. And I've gotten used to how easy it is there. I don't think people think about that though, before someone goes live, they're often, well, I mean, I've gone live from different places in my house, so a lot of people just stay in the same room or at the same desk or whatever. So maybe I made it all a bit complicated for myself. If anyone loves lip scrubs, I love them. This one tastes like coffee. It's the best. Like a little exfoliator for your mouth. They're really easy to make too. Pretty much sugar. Okay, glasses are back on. A few turnips. We're all onions here. We all have many layers. Well, that's the profound statement from this live today. Yes, we are. But I mean, YouTube's many layers. There's so much going on at the moment that people are all theorizing and speculating and saying, oh, no, there's no way that person would have done that. But you can't, no one can be that confident, because I listened to a live this morning when I was washing my lady, and, they're all sort of adamant that certain people wouldn't have done things that they're being accused of. But there's a heap of shit that goes on behind the scenes. Oh, you made the chicken salad and they loved it. It's delicious, isn't it? You can be garlic layers, Ruth. You can be whatever you want on Traces of Nuts. This is the channel that gives people an opportunity to be whatever they want. I'm empowering all of you. Right. Now I've got to swap out some stuff because I'm changing handbags. Nothing's easy around here for me. I have to just overcomplicate my life. But it's very important. I'm so bloody pedantic that my handbag matches my outfit. Washing my yeah, there's a story behind that. My ex-boyfriend, Phil, was a nurse. Well, he still is. He is a nurse and he's English, and he was living in Tassie, working at a hospital here called Calvary, which AJ would know. And he was giving one of his patients a sponge bath, and she was very elderly. And Phil was this really tall, good-looking English dude. So the granny was a little bit cheeky, and while he was giving her sponge bath, she looked at him with these big blue eyes and said, "Wash my lady." And he said, "Your arms work. You wash your own lady." True story. I've got waffles for morning tea. I bought a little waffle iron. Never owned one. This shop down here was doing little. I mean, when I say mini, they're not like tiny cooking. They're oh God, that's a rabbit warren. I went down on YouTube, the tiny cooking community. I don't know. I don't know if anyone should go down that road. I subscribe to the Tiny Kitchen and now I get all these bloody tiny cooking videos and they freak me out. I'm going to do a reaction video. But I bought these two little minis. They're just like, there's a little donut maker that makes 3 donuts at a time, and there's a little waffle maker that just does 1 waffle at a time. Lucky Phil. Wash my lady. So anyway, he told that story and it's now a thing of legend in our group of friends. And whenever you're having a shower, say to your friends, I just got to go and wash my lady. They'll love it. They'll love it. They will love it and they will love you. They'll be like, she's hilarious. Or he. Men can go and wash their ladies too. Or gender fluid people. Everyone can wash their lady. But yeah, it's a bit of a thing now. We all say, I've got to go, I've got to wash my lady. Lindley did make waffles yesterday. Oh no, I've lost one of my earrings. Are you kidding me? No, it's caught on my face mask. Oh, Finn's going nuts. Sending me shit. Phew, it was caught on stuck on my face mask. You beauty. I thought I'd lost an earring. That sucks. These ones are really pretty too. They're like little, I'll show you. They're like little kind of a bit Indian sort of. Can you see it? They sort of remind me of a lot of Indian artwork. They're just plain silver. I love them. They're really pretty. They're really like sort of dainty, which is weird for me because I'm all about the chunky shit. But my hair. What am I going to do with my hair? Up or down? Got very beach hair today. I went swimming and it's all curly and I think we'll wear it down. I'll just tame it with a bit of product. Do you guys know the song? Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. I didn't do it very well, but do you know that song? It's kind of like backing music for lots of videos and shit on YouTube and maybe TikTok, and I've got it stuck in my head. And whenever I bounce across YouTube and see all the headings, I'm like, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. I cannot get it out of my head. I don't know if I love it or if it's the worst earworm ever. But do any of you guys know it or have I made it up? It is a song, right? My hair is down now, but it will be up in a messy top knot by the end of the day. My hair is probably one of my best features, according to everyone who knows me. But I can't handle having hair on my face. It gives me the shits. And when it's hot, I like having it off the back of my neck too. Queensland humidity curl only a inch long, but still bloody curls. Oh, is it a TikTok song? Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, I can't get it out of my head. Oh, but that's what I was saying. We'll have one more little. I've got 10 minutes before I start. And I had to work late on Friday, so I'm taking my time today. I'm not turning my laptop on a minute before 8:30. Who has to straighten inch long hair? Yeah, that's weird. I used to own a tiny little travel straightener. It was the best thing ever. I don't know what happened to it. My hair's sort of wavy, but if I put it up in like a scrunchie or something and it's a bit damp, I end up with like full on spirals. Or just a really nicely styled hair. And people say to me, "How long does it take you to do your hair in the morning?" I'm like, I haven't even put a comb through it. Like I brush or I comb my hair when I'm putting, like when I wash it and I put conditioner in it, and I don't comb it or brush it again till I wash it the next time. I've got like 100% beach hair. I get dreadlocks at the back because the hair under my hair is really super, super curly, but on top it's more wavy. You're only 4'11". That is teeny tiny. Well, my little teeny tiny hair straightener would look like a full size to you when you're using it. You had lovely curls as a baby. Yeah, I've sort of got wavy kind of, but yeah, like I said, if I put it up in a scrunchie and it's a bit damp, when I take the scrunchie out in the morning, it's quite sort of nicely styled. Like people spend time in the morning doing things to their hair to get my hair. Yeah, you can mention other channels here. I'm all for promoting channels for sure. Type the name in. The only thing, like every other creator on the planet, that I don't like is when subs come in and say so and so's live, and then you chat like half of them fuck off to go and watch it. That's not cool. It's like going to a concert to see a band and in between songs screaming out that there's another band playing down the road, and everyone should go there instead. That's the only thing I find a bit weird. Like, but I'm all for promoting channels. But when people go into a chat and say so and so's live, I think, what are you doing? That's because then, people do bail, especially if it's somebody who's controversial and there's a drama going on. Hey, Joey. I hope you have a lovely day too. Beautiful. Thanks for popping in. I'm about to log off anyway. Not quite yet. I'll hang around for a few more minutes. But yeah, I'm not starting work till 8:30 on the dot. There'll already be 100 messages on the message bank for us to listen to anyway. Did you mention it, AJ? I didn't see. Real chill Graz. Cool. I'll check it out as well. I meant to highlight it. There we go. Real chill Graz. Okay. I'd love to do more fun stuff on YouTube and be more, going live when I'm driving is fun for a little chat, but I'd like to do more content. But I've got a pretty full-on job. I've got a pretty full-on life, like fun life. I do a lot of outdoorsy stuff over summer. I'm a bit of a seasonal YouTuber. I just don't have the time. I've got so many ideas and things I'd love to do, but you've got to be consistent. So Finn and I have started this batshit weekly show. That's about as committed as I can get. No, batshit's on Wednesdays. Although Finn's about to start a new job, so the time is going to change. But this week, I think, I'll wait and see what he says, but I think it'll be at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on his channel, because we did it on my channel last week. We alternate whose channel does it. I love it. It's fun. I'm like the bossy big sister and he's the annoying little brother. I really enjoy it. Because he makes me get so bossy. I'm like, Finn, I'd like to speak. Can I speak? Because he's so like fired up and having the time of his life. And I'm like, hello, g'day. And I turn into this bossy big sister, which I'm not in my real life. My big sister's the bossy big sister. Yeah, you can stop flogging the channel now. I'm about to log off. Bit of love for Tori before I go. Be nice. That's all right. I'm kidding. I'm sure I'll be subbing as well, so we'll all see him, unless he's live when I'm live, and then I'll be doing my live to 2 people, but that's all right. You enjoy it? But shit. I enjoy it too, and I do. I love it. I love that it makes Green Eyes. You can find out by subbing to that channel, to Real Chill Grads. I'm about to sign off. It's all about me now. Excuse me. 4'11" with an attitude of a 6'11" person. Thank you, AJ. Thank you, Green Eyes. I'm unique. I think we're all unique. Right, I am logging off. Thanks for the love. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. And yeah, Batshit will be this Wednesday, but just watch my community page and also Finn's channel. Make sure you've subscribed to Finn Bugden because Batshit's on his channel this week. But the time, it is going to depend on his new job. So because I have Wednesdays off, I'll be able to do it with him. Like if he's doing a 12-hour shift, which is what he's going to be doing, I said to him, just see how you go with your job. You may not be in the mood to go live on, but we only do like an hour-ish. Have a great day, Joey. Have a great day, Green Eyes. Have a great day, AJ, and everyone else, Ruth. Everyone else who popped in, anyone who watched the replay and you made it to the end, well done. Was it that interesting? But yeah, have a great day. Take care out there and keep an eye out for when we upload more details about Batshit. But I got to go. I've got 2 minutes. I will see you all again very soon. Love you, Groovers.